everyone, it's Miss Scanlon. Welcome to my living room. I have a story for you today. This is one of my favorite stories from when I was in 2nd and 3rd grade, just like all of you are right now. Can you believe that you are about to be in 3rd and 4th grade? Unbelievable. Just crazy. This book is called Sarah's Story, written by Bill Harley and illustrated by Eve Alridge. It was almost time to go home when Sarah's teacher said, "Class, tomorrow morning I'm going to have everybody tell a story. So think of a story you can tell." "But I don't know any stories," Sarah complained. "Sarah, everybody knows a story," her teacher said. "Not me," Sarah grumbled. "Mom," she said, "I need a story first thing in the morning. Do you have one?" Sarah's mother was tired. "You used to love Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. Why don't you tell that?" "Oh, Mom," Sarah said in her best grouchy voice, "everybody knows that story." At bedtime, Sarah still hadn't thought of a story. She knew she couldn't, and she did it. She tried to think of a story when she woke up, and she couldn't. She tried to think of one at breakfast. She didn't. On her way to school, Sarah stopped and waited for the light to change. She was trying to make up a story when she heard the tiniest, squeakiest of voices say, "Hey, Sarah, hey, down here!" There on the sidewalk was an ant. Are you talking to me?" Sarah asked. "Isn't your name Sarah? Come on!" The ant turned and started down into the anthill. "Wait 1 minute," said Sarah. "I can't go down there. I'm a big girl, and you're just a little ant." "Let's go," said the ant, and it disappeared down the hole. Sarah knew she had to get to school, but an ant had never spoken to her before. The anthill wasn't very big, but it was a little bigger than anthills usually are. Besides, she wanted to show that she had tried. Sarah took off her shoes and socks, and she put her big toe into the very corner of the hole. She got part of the toe in, and then she squeezed and twisted. She sucked in her breath as hard as she could, and flop! She was inside the anthill. There were thousands of ants swarming around, mumbling and burbling. She didn't know what they were saying, but then again, she wasn't an ant. "Come on," said the ant, and it started down a long passageway. Sarah followed the ant deep into the earth until they came to a little room. There, on the other side, was the queen ant. Sarah knew it was the queen because she was wearing a crown that said queen on it. "Oh, Sarah," said the queen, "I'm so glad you've come. I need your help. I want to lay eggs and have babies, but I need some honey bread. Do you have any bread with honey on it?" "No," said Sarah, "but I do have a peanut butter sandwich in my bag." "Oh, no, that won't do," said the queen. "It has to be honey bread. Can you get me some?" "I'm really sorry," said Sarah, "but I'm late to school." "Ah, Sarah," wailed the queen, "you've got to help me." All right, Sarah said. "I'll see what I can do." "Hurry up," the queen sniffled. Sarah turned and ran. She squeezed her way out of the anthill and pulled herself back up on the sidewalk right next to her shoes and socks. Where am I going to get some honey? Sarah wondered. As she thought about it, a bee buzzed around her head. "Hi, Sarah, climb on." "Hey, wait 1 minute. I can't climb on you," said Sarah. "I'm a big girl, and you're just a little bee." "Climb on," the bee ordered. "This is ridiculous," muttered Sarah, but she put one leg on the side of the bee and one leg on the other. The bee took off. They zoomed across the street right by the school, over a field, and headed straight for a huge beehive up on a tree. "Oh, no!" Sarah screamed. Thwomp! They were inside the beehive. There were thousands of bees swarming and buzzing. She didn't know what they were saying, but then again, she wasn't a bee. The bee opened up the honeycomb and dripped some honey on. When Sarah's hands were full, the bee sealed the comb and said, "Climb on." They flew back across the field, past the school, over the street, and landed right by the anthill. Sarah put her big toe in the hole, and then she twisted and squeezed until she was back inside. Sarah ran down the passageway into the queen's room. I got the honey," she gasped. "Good for you," said the queen. "Where's the bread?" Oh no, said Sarah, I forgot. Look, I'm already late to school. I've got this peanut butter sandwich. Why don't you just take the honey and put some peanut butter on the sandwich? That won't do at all, said the Queen. Why not? Asked Sarah. I don't like peanut butter, said the Queen. Why not? I don't like how it looks, sniffled the Queen. Have you ever tried it? Said Sarah. No, you have to try it, said Sarah. One bite. It's the rule. Sarah took out the peanut butter sandwich, squeezed the honey on it, rolled it into a big sticky ball, and held it up to the Queen. Yuck, said the Queen. But she took one little bite. Wow, this is fantastic, she burbled. Sticky too. Sarah, you did it. I'm going to have 1,000 babies and name them all after you. Let's see, I'll call them Sarah 1, Sarah 2, Sarah 3, Sarah 4. What are you doing? Asked Sarah. I'm counting to 1,000, said the Queen. Sarah 5, Sarah 6. I've got to go, Sarah said, and she ran up the long passageway. She pulled herself back up on the sidewalk and put on her shoes and socks. She ran all the way to school, raced down the hallway, burst into her classroom, and plopped into her seat. Sarah, said her teacher, you're late. I know, gasped Sarah. I'm sorry, I got stuck. Well, her teacher said, everyone has told their story. Could you tell yours? I don't have a story, Sarah said. Why not? Her teacher asked. Well, I couldn't think of one, and I told you I couldn't, and I didn't. I was trying to think of one when I was walking home from school, and I couldn't, and I didn't think of one this morning. And I was walking to school, and I was still trying to make up a story, and then this ant came along and wanted my help. So I got my toe inside the anthill, and the ants were burbling. I didn't understand that, but then again, I'm not an ant. And I ran down the long passageway to the Queen's room, and I knew it was the Queen because she had a crown on her head that said Queen, and she wanted some honey bread. I tried to give her my peanut butter sandwich, and she was about to cry, so I said I could help. I ran up the long passageway, and I got outside, and they were looking for some honey, and a bee came along, and we flew across the street by the school, over the field, right inside the beehive, and I got all this honey on my hands. Then we flew back to the sidewalk. I squeezed down the anthill again, and I ran into the long passageway. The Queen said, where's the bread? I said, I don't have any. She said, you have to get some. And I said, how about some with a little peanut butter on it? She said she didn't like the look of it. And I said, just one bite. It's the rule. She tried it. She liked it. And she's going to have 1,000 babies and name them all after me. Sarah 1, Sarah 2, Sarah 3. I said, I gotta go. I ran up the long passageway, and I found my shoes, and I ran across the street, and now I'm here, and that's why I don't have a story. And the kids in Sarah's class said, no way. Sarah said, it's true. It's not a story. Sarah's teacher smiled and said, Sarah, true or not, that's the best story we've heard all day. The end. I had so much fun reading for you all. I miss you all so much, and I hope you enjoyed Sarah's story, written by Bill Harley and illustrated by Eve Alridge. See you all soon. Mwah.